Well, using your cell phone while driving is dangerous, but actually sometimes it's only against the law sometimes. Tom Sinas here to discuss the current law and changes that could be in the works to make Michigan's roads safer, Tom.
Well, Derek, you know, we've talked about this subject over the years a number of times. It seems like every time we get a new legislature, we get an attempt to try to change Michigan's cell phone use, particularly regarding texting, because we really have an outmoded law that's really not keeping in touch with our technology, and we're out of step with a lot of states. So I'm going to just read again what our law currently says and why it's sort of problematic. It says that a person shall not read, manually type, or send a text message on a wireless two-way communication device while operating a motor vehicle that is moving on a highway or a street. So the criticisms of this, and I think rightfully so, are first of all, it only deals with text messages.
Right.
So it doesn't make it illegal to use all the other apps on your phone.
For sure, just as distracting, let's be honest.
If not more.
Exactly.
And it only applies when a vehicle's moving. So even the way it's written, you technically could be in compliance with the law if you're texting at a stoplight. Oh boy. But we know from the research that texting at any point in time in the car, moving or not, is a bad idea. So there's a new effort now in the legislature to change this law. And this time it's called House Bill 4181. And what does it say? Well, it makes the language a lot simpler. It would change that same law that I read to say that a person shall not use an electronic mobile device while operating a motor vehicle.
There you go.
Now, there are exceptions, right? There's exceptions for police, exceptions for calling 911, exceptions for using hands-free, the kind of things you would expect to see. But it's a whole lot cleaner.
It is.
And it's a whole lot more focused on the total problem, which is cell phone use. The other thing that's different about this bill compared to where we were before, or I should say now, actually, our current law is that you can only be cited for $100 for the first time, $200 for the second time, and there's no points on your records for this violation. The other problem with it, of course, is it's very hard to police because it's hard to know and prove for the law enforcement to prove that you were actually texting. Right.
Grab your phone. You're not texting when they grab your phone. Then they got to go back and look at everything.
Maybe you were on Facebook. You weren't texting.
Good point.
Well, the new bill would actually keep those monetary penalties, but it would also give the courts the ability to impose community service on top of those fines. And I think the idea behind this is that maybe some of that community service would be directed towards educating people about the dangers of using cell phones in cars. So we should keep an eye on this. We got 2 years of our legislative session. Personally, I see this all too often in my office. I hope that our legislature gets in step here with our current technology.
See if they take it up eventually. Speaking of busy in your office and you see it, where can people track you down?
They can find us in West Michigan at 616-301-3333 or online at www.sinusdramus.com or shoot us an email at info@sinusdramus.com.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Derek.